Okay, today I'm going to try to show how to do slow cooking for your dog at home. And we'll do a couple of things. I tend to do things quick and easy because I don't have a lot of time. So a lot of the things that I used are already pre-cut. But there are some easy things that you can do ahead of time, or easy things that you can do to make Today what we're going to do is talk about how to do some slow cooking or some home cooking for your dog. What I generally use is what we call a crock pot or a slow cooker, and as you can see it's just a ceramic dish, has a lid that goes over the top of it, and then this sits into a heating unit, and it's very easy. We'll show you that at the end. But to begin with, what we're going to do is, I tend to do things quick and easy because I don't have a lot of time, and I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time on their hands. So one of the first things that I will use is I'll use beans. These are mung beans. These are tiny little green beans that provide a lot of protein, vitamins and minerals, and also can be very helpful. This is about 100 grams. Then a lot of times I'll mix the beans in together. This is about 100 grams of a dookie bean, one of my other favorite types of beans to use. Good for nourishing the chi and the blood. And then what I will also use is lentils. Lentils are great. And this is about 100 grams of lentils. So you can see I've got about 100 grams of 3 beans put together. Okay, kind of mix them all up. And with your beans, what's important is to let them soak for a little bit. So what I'll do is put some warm water in here. Okay. And I use the warm water just because it goes a little bit faster. And then we'll just let those soak, okay, for a period of time. And in the meantime, we'll cut up some fresh vegetables. Okay. So we'll set this aside. And the scale aside. And just bring out a little cutting board. Okay. Now, you don't have to do this. A lot of times the fresh vegetables that I will use are pre-packaged. Okay, they're already cut up for me. Another great source is the red beets, geraspe beetjes. Those are also great. But if you want to do something a little personal for your dog, then you can take something like the kohlrabi, take off the skin. Very easy to do. Okay. And then what you want to do is just cut it up into smaller pieces, something that can be that can cook easily. Okay. So you can see this doesn't take much time, doesn't take much effort. Usually, especially if I'm really kind of going fast, and if I just use everything as pre-cut, I can put this together in 10 minutes. Okay. So make some nice smaller chunks that can be put into the pot. Yeah, so we can save that for later. Now, as I said, the red beets, these are also really great for dogs. Okay, according to Chinese medicine, they're very good at nourishing the blood, and you see that nice, really red, deep color. What's nice about this is that they're also good for the digestive function. So a lot of times I will use this in dogs that are also having problems digesting, especially some of the heavy organ meat. Now, this is another little thing that's very nice, is seikral, or a type of seaweed. Okay. This can also be very nice for your older patients, patients that have arthritis. You can see it's very nice, very green. And according to Chinese medicine, this will help with the energy of the kidneys, or the function of the kidney organ system. So good for patients that have kidney problems, according to Western medicine, but also some of your patients that have, or some of my patients that have arthritic conditions or problems with the bones. Okay. Now another lovely vegetable that you can use is bok choy or bok choy, okay? This is a great vegetable to use. Again, a lot of times it can be used in patients that have arthritis, or sometimes with circulatory issues, okay, where they, maybe their circulation is not as good, maybe they have, in Chinese medicine, what we would call some stagnation issues. Any of your green leafy vegetables like this are super for helping with circulation and the movement of blood and what we call the movement of qi. And not to get into too much detail with Chinese medicine, because that we can talk a whole day about qi and what qi is, but to some degree qi is the functioning, the normal functioning of the nervous system and the movement of fluids, extracellular and intracellular fluids, as well as the helping with the movement of blood. So you can see with the bok choy, and there are other green leafy vegetables that you can use. This is just easy to get here in the Netherlands where I live and practice. But any of your vegetables that have this nice dark green, this is super. So spinach sometimes can be used. Swiss chard can be used. Your red leaf lettuce can be used. These are all really super foods for the circulation of qi and blood in the body. And really nice, loaded with vitamins and minerals, these types of vegetables. So you really are able to make a complete diet for your patients or for your animals at home. Okay, so those are some vegetables. We've let the beans soak for a little bit.